hard work. Oh, hey guys, Jessica Lemieux here. Excited to be back. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hey, Jess. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Oh, hey guys.
Welcome to Strictly Businews. I am Alfonso Santaniello. I still haven't thought of a good entry for you, so this is Cori. Well, we have a contest. Maybe they could pick a good way to introduce you.
Pick Cori's name.
No, how to introduce Cori to
Yeah, I
the
don't have
audience.
to. It should just be like, you know, when the stars are like, ah, and there's like a frame around my head and everything. Can't you like dub that in?
Like a vote for Pedro kind of thing? Let's just, we'll get to the topics and we'll play around with that idea. First topic. So Coca-Cola released an anti-obesity ad, which is kind of funny coming from Coca-Cola. But so the soft drink giant unveiled a campaign that will take on what's called the issue of this generation. The first ad in the campaign is a 2-minute spot that notes Coca-Cola can play an important role in the fight against obesity. So, I mean, the video that is, I mean, if you look it up it's on YouTube. They pointed out that they have over 650 beverages, which I didn't know, and 180 of them are low or no calorie choices.
I think it's like internationally too.
Yeah.
I know, I mean, it's the things that they said in the video, for example, one of the things was taking out sodas and adding more water and more juices in the school vending machine, so that's helped. But soda as a whole is not healthy, period.
Yeah.
But they said that in their commercial. They basically state that, you know, Coke in general is not good for you.
Yeah.
But I think it's good that
Neither is
they're...
marijuana or heroin or, the soda.
Yeah, we're talking about Coca-Cola.
Do you know that my 12-year-old cousin told me that Coke was named Coke because it was originally had cocaine in it?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I did, but I was like, why do you know that?
This is true. But, I mean, I think that what they're saying in the article is that it's like, it's tied to their Crisis Control 101.
Yeah.
They're reacting to this because they were tied and linked to an obesity
Study, right? Some kind of study that was happening.
But I liked the commercial. I didn't feel like it was their Toyota of their industry.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that it's their way of showing their social responsibility. I mean, they also included their ability to influence recycling, or they're linked to the Boys and Girls Clubs and how they're influencing kids to increase their exercise and lower their sugar intake.
I mean, that's exactly it. Like the one part of the ad is saying it's not just us that needs to keep you healthy, it's yourself. You need it. The more soda or junk food or candy you intake, the more you need to let it out, like running, exercise, sweat it out. So basically not being a couch potato. It's not saying don't drink soda or eat sweets, just do it more on a healthier side.
Yeah. I wonder what Pepsi's reaction is going to be to this. Because they have, I don't know if Coca-Cola has, Pepsi has snacks or chips or something.
Yeah, they have Lay's. Pepsi has Lay's.
Okay. So I wonder what their reaction is going to be to this. Because they have
non-baked Lay's?
Well,
regular Lay's.
eat a potato.
From the ground.
Yeah.
Organic potato.
But wait, there's more with a side of dirt. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I never thought of Pepsi. I mean, they've been, you know, the whole Pepsi Now and getting bigger.
They have the Refresh project.
Yeah, the Pepsi Now campaign and the celebrities. And, I mean, you don't really see too many celebrity endorsements of Coca-Cola anymore like Pepsi does. So I wonder what they're going to do and get some celebrity endorsements. Maybe Lance Armstrong, since he's available. Blow right in the one ball.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Next up, only 18% of CEOs of the world's top 50 biggest companies by revenue have one or social networking account. So basically, they're not on social networks, and the study from 3 years ago saying only 16%. So they really hasn't grown in the last 3 years.
And I bet you that growth is people underneath them, managing their social media.
Exactly. They're not having, between the Facebook and the LinkedIn and all these other platforms, and they're on Twitter, there's very few that are on there, but they were saying, how would people perceive the CEO fooling around and having fun on Twitter, not really doing his job? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of disagree with that. I think every business owner should be on there, because especially the larger the company, a lot of people, a lot of business owners, whether they want it or not, they're the face of their company. And people know their face, or they know who they are. Every person, just like a business, has their own rhyme and reason to use social media, but I think there should be more CEOs on at least Twitter. Twitter's the one that they keep knocking down. They say between 2010 and this year, the percentage of CEOs grew on Facebook from 4 to 10%, but the percentage on Twitter dropped from 8 to 2%. So like a lot of people left Twitter, and they're all migrated to Facebook.
Well, they said that even though they're not personally on a social networking site, they do still maintain a presence through their business.
Yeah.
So, the connection is there for them, although they don't have their own personal site where they show what they do on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Depending on how large, these are the largest companies. You're not going to see them vacation pics and them taking shots and things that we do.
Right.
So it's, they're like what you're saying. They do write their own. Some of them do write their own blog articles. Some of them are in all the company videos. Some of them are the spokesman for the company. So they're out there. They're just not participating in a lot of the social networking.
I wish they also said who these people were, because it might be part of their generation too. And I know that that's kind of stereotypical, because my mom's on Facebook, but my uncle doesn't even know how to turn a computer on, so that's a bad example. But the older generation, I know that there's a lot of young CEOs right now, but it didn't say who these CEOs were. It said of top companies, right? But it didn't indicate who these people were and their age group, their demographic, and things like that.
18% of CEOs are probably CEOs of the Google, the Yahoos, like the really
Well,
Facebook.
they should definitely be
I know.
Yeah.
social media. They're not. That's a problem.
Well, but you know what I mean? Like, I think it's more of like the tech companies where that small percentage they're the ones that are, or like you think of maybe like the Best Buy or the retail stores, those CEOs, they're not really participating on it. Next up, the ATMs meets smartphones. By the way, Cori found these topics. Congratulations.
It only took me 100 episodes.
She did something for this. At the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas, Diebold, which is one of the nation's biggest ATM manufacturers, pretty much unveiled this protocol where there'll be a new touch screen in front of the ATM machine, so kind of looking like apps with the Android and Apple smartphones. So instead of like punching in everything, it's gonna be a touch screen, and you can enter the amounts by like not everyone has an iPhone, but you can scroll through the numbers and the pricing. You could also let's see, let me read this right correctly. Instead of keying in the amount you want to withdraw from your checking account, you can swipe a dial down until it reaches the amount you want. And one of the biggest things that they're putting a push towards is the mobile wallets craze with the Square and everything like that. So ATM will build the capability to make a withdrawal without a plastic ATM card. Instead, mobile wallet users can scan the QR code on the ATM screen and authorize a withdrawal from their smartphone. The only way that's not good if your smartphone gets stolen and people go to your ATM and take out your money.
I'm sure there's going to be an insane amount of regulations that come along with this if this is the trend that's coming.
I see ATMs being more digitally enhanced. I don't know if the smart wallet, whatever, is really the way to go about it. Because if you think about it, they haven't changed since whenever ATMs came out.
Yeah, I went to an ATM recently in Enfield, and I was shocked because you can get scanned copies of your checks right there on the spot, and I hadn't had that before. But I think this is part of a revolution. I foresee banks, maybe not credit unions, but banks maybe not being extinct because you don't really have a need to go to the bank anymore. If
No.
you can do all your banking online, I just don't see them.
Well, I think that they're trying to go with the mobile banking trend and
Yeah.
kind of keep it on the same path as opposed to punching in an old 1970 ATM.
Yeah.
Well, one of the newer features that they're putting on is the enable person-to-person payment. So basically, it allows you to authorize a payment to a friend via your smartphones, and it sends a one-time code to your friend. They enter an ATM and take cash out of your account. So, I mean, if that's also not a great thing if you get a little tipsy and you end up giving your friend a code to take out money at the ATM and take out more than allowed. It's not. They're moving things in the right direction, but there's a lot, like what you were saying before. There's going to be a lot of regulations that's going to have to.
Security measures too.
Oh, absolutely. Lastly, Target is now offering price matching for all its in-store with retailers, online retailers, like Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, and ToysRUs.com. All of them. That's it, or is there more?
No, I think
That's
it's
it.
just. I think Best Buy is. Did you mention Best Buy?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the company announced a new policy saying the customers will be able to receive lower prices on in-store items if they are sold cheaper on the competitor's website, which this is huge. I mean, they always did price match guarantee with the stores and you bring in the coupons and all that, but the online, I mean, basically they were saying because of the showrooming or like people go to the store, look at what they want to buy and then go online and find it cheaper and buy it. But a lot of times it's the store's fault. Target could have something in the store and they go online, it's cheaper on their own website. So it's like, what do you expect?
Yeah. I think.
Go ahead.
I think that this is brilliant because I can't even tell you how many times I walk into Walmart and go in for one thing, like don't get a carriage or anything, and I'm walking out with 19 different things because of the things that I've seen on the shelves. So once you get them in the store, I think that is the biggest step that you can make.
Mm-hmm. That's a really great point. It's part of their a lot of these big retailers now are honing in on channel strategy. So they're really targeting this.
How do you know that, Cori?
It's funny. No, but their biggest competitor right now is Amazon. Amazon is just
that's everyone's biggest online
growing
competitor.
leaps and bounds. Yeah, and so it's funny though because my friend and I took some time to compare like items on Target.com and ones that are sold in store only versus ones that are on Amazon. And she has a baby, so we were doing like formula and Pediasure and all these different things. And they were already significantly cheaper at Target than they were at Amazon. And it's also hard to compare apples to apples because Amazon will sell a 6-pack, whereas Target will sell the 3-pack.
Yeah.
And one of the stipulations for Target is that it has to be exact same color, exact same size, things like that.
SKU, right?
Yeah.
And then down to that.
Well, I mean, the article says it's basically it won't be for every item. It's pretty much more on the high-end items.
Right, a lot of the electronics too.
Yeah, and so, I mean, granted, I don't know, Target has lines of clothing and maybe they're only sold in Target and not other places. So it's not like you can look every product online and see. But I mean, now you think, how are people going to walk in with their smartphones and they're bringing, I could foreseeing new businesses being formed where an app that can compare in-store and online.
Well, don't they have those already? Aren't there
a business.
No, but there's apps already that you can punch in. I don't know what.
I think that they
the
say
app's
that in the
called.
article that they have an app.
That you can compare like
Mhm.
who's selling what at what price.
Oh.
They definitely have that on Black Fridays
Mm-hmm.
because I had a few of them, but I never did go to Black Friday, so I don't know. But
I mean, this is definitely going to change the industry, retail industry. Now, basically, we have to wait to see what Walmart, Best Buy, Toys R Us, who all have storefronts and a big online presence, what they're going to do. But either way, I heard Best Buy is having money troubles anyway.
Yeah, and don't they already do price matching? Because it's the Best Buy. No.
Nah.
Don't they? I thought.
Well, all the stores do price matching, like retail to retail, but not online to retail.
Okay.
Target is the first one to do this.
Yeah, I think it's from a consumer perspective. I mean, when I'm going to buy something, that's a larger ticketed item, you know, like a camera or something like that, I'm gonna do my research ahead of time. So it's not like I'm gonna walk into a Target and be like, oh, I forgot, I need a new Xbox.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that it's kind of like, it's touche because people are already doing that, so.
Well, you gotta think the demographics. Not everyone's gonna know how to do this, especially the older generation who don't
Right.
have smartphones or don't want to use the computers or don't want to do the internet. I mean, you're still gonna get a lot of the people that go just to retail. I know people, Mom, that go to stores and just walk around like multiple aimlessly
yes.
just because. And for me, I don't get it, but.
The guest, who Target calls their customer, is going to have to take the initiative to say, will you price match?
Yeah.
When you get to the register, the person working the register isn't going to be like, well, did you check out Amazon today? I will match that price for you.
Yeah.
It's not
So
gonna
you have to
happen.
do the work before you go in. They're going to make you
Yeah.
work to save that 10 cents. But I guess that's it. Jess, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be back.
And we'll be right back.
So thanks for tuning in. I actually picked out the topics, and I get to do the closing by
Oh, hey
myself.
guys.
Oh, I guess I don't. Oh,
Nope.
hey Al.
Nope. That's it. You get one. You get topics or close, one at a time.
That's it.
We can't give you too much responsibility here.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't be doing the show if I had all the responsibility. Thanks for tuning in. We loved having Jessica back, right, Al?
Yeah, exactly. Follow us on Facebook at Strictly Businews. Get Businews on Twitter, strictlybusinews.com. Don't follow Cori on Twitter because she's not on there.
On it.
Is
I
that
just
it?
learned that we had an Instagram page.
Yep,
Or whatever you
Businews.
call it. Yeah.
Yep, Instagram page, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
Account, whatever.
Still learning.
Yep.
But
She's not one of the CEOs on social networks.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.